It is important to know that, in this world, when a cultivator reaches a certain level, it is completely possible to avoid eating and feeling hungry. And yet, Senior, we're hungry. Indeed, it has a very strong and attractive aroma. But as a cultivator, meals are for shameless aroma, don't be shameless. Prepare a mixture of flour, honey, baking soda, warm water, cooked sesame seeds, and white sugar. Add all ingredients to warm water except sesame seeds and form a dough. After resting, divide into portions, flatten, brush with honey water and sprinkle with sesame seeds. Place on a baking tray. China's intangible cultural heritage. Taiga cake is a traditional food in Shaanxi province, named after Taiga County. It has the characteristics of a sweet but is not greasy, crispy but not crumbly, tasty and aromatic. It is famous nationwide for its fragrance, crispness, smoothness, and softness, and is known as the king of pastries. Preparing matsutake soup. Roasted matsutake. Taiga cake. Piggies, it's time to eat. Then we're ready. Right now, my own cultivation, accompanied by this indescribable delicacy. It's constantly rushing. Is this what Kinjianzi meant by fate? I originally wanted to go further in this realm, but it took years of hard work to achieve it. But Senior's dishes are actually homemade vegetarian meat bun. Yunlan, would you like to try it? I used to eat this when I was young. Ah, did Senior personally make it for me? Whoa. What, does it taste bad? No. It's delicious. That's good. My cooking skills are top-notch in this world. They will be surprised after eating it, even if I make fried pork intestines with stinky tofu. Oh my. Soon, everyone finished their dinner. Night. Oh, you haven't returned yet. Senior didn't drive me away, so I want to stay in this courtyard for one night. Senior's secluded place looks like an ordinary house, but it's the opposite. I want to stay and understand the mystery. I just can't bear to leave. It's fine, since Brother Lan left, I have no one to talk to. You and I can discuss the mystery of this Go game together. Haha, great, wonderful. By the way, Senior Qing Yunzi, who is this Brother Lan you mentioned? And who's that girl? That girl, she is from an ancient clan, possibly the Su clan? This. Also, you have seen the little fox inside, right? To be honest, that is the Fox Emperor's daughter. Just a few days before you came, the Fox Emperor suspected that his daughter had been abducted by Senior. I almost lost my cultivation because I bumped into him. Oh, so exciting? Senior is Senior after all. Although he lives in seclusion, the people he interacts with are so extraordinary. Hee, that's probably because of Senior's charm, interacting with all kinds of people, whether they have extraordinary ability or are terminally ill, like me, are all gathering. Some grow up independently or change heaven's fate. I'm equally lucky to have met Senior. Yes, let's drink to celebrate. Drink, come on. Although I was a bit jealous of you before about discipleship, I now realize that you really are a nice person. Pardon? Next morning, the sun rises from the east, and the golden sunlight covers the important cards. Inside and outside the courtyard, the vegetables are flourishing, and there are sounds of insects buzzing one after another, exuding vitality. All the banquets have come to an end. It's almost time for me to leave. Are you ready to bid farewell to Senior? It's not like I won't have a chance to come back, so I'll ask you to say goodbye for me this time. All right, remember to come often, otherwise I will be lonely. Also, Xianer, being able to stay with Senior is the greatest opportunity of your life. You must seize the opportunity and pass that test no matter what. I understand. Here, with Senior, you can go even further on the path of cultivation. You can also make achievements that neither your father nor the late emperor can achieve. In the future you will become the most backed person and foundation of the great Yan dynasty. Okay, everyone, goodbye. Long time no see. I haven't left yet. Someone is coming. And their aura is extremely powerful. I was supposed to leave, but suddenly, a strong aura rushed towards me. And there's more than one person. Do they mean to visit Senior like me, or are they people with other purposes? This aura. I think it's him. Who is it? Is it an acquaintance of yours? This aura, yes, one of them is Shinxiaozi, who is a big man, that's right. And there seems to be a vague smell of tit-for-tat. A while ago, I heard that you had an appointment with someone, and it was supposed to happen, but in the end, you missed the appointment, So your trail has been discovered, right? Haha, you made me laugh. One must remain in awe. The other sighed. I really didn't expect us to walk here. We're flying fast, and it might be seen as a provocation by that person. This is the place. The wind blows breezily and the sun shines brightly in the sky. So he's here, Qing Yunzi. What's going on? Yuang, did you see Qing Yunzi the last time you came here? I didn't. And the great Yan Emperor, Ji Yuan now. I can't believe it, Shin Xiaozi, Yu Xinji, Mu Yuang, the three most outstanding people of the Ascension Holy Land among the old, middle, and younger generations. I didn't expect you all to appear here together. What are you here for? What a coincidence, old friend Emperor Ji. We are here to visit a peerless expert. I didn't know you were here too. What the hell are these two unrelated people doing here? Visiting Senior? Senior is resting, so you came at the wrong time. You should leave. We are just visiting. We have no other intention. If he's resting, we can wait. Leave? Why don't you leave? No other intention? I can smell trouble a mile away. Do you really think I'm too old to notice? Senior is indeed resting. You came at the wrong time. Please go back. You said you're here to visit Senior, but not today. Senior won't meet you there. Oh, really? As I recall, the battle between you and I was supposed to take place some time ago, but instead you went here and stood me up. Are you trying to find a reason to stay here because you're too cowardly to fight? I guessed it, didn't I? You're just young and aggressive. When you beat me back then, you really showed your strength. And now, I admit that I am not your opponent for the time being, but these two things are not necessarily related. I advise you to go back for your own good. You know, the last time you picked a fight you almost had your cultivation cut. You're trying to scare me? I, Shinshiozi, am not afraid. Here comes another nuisance. You deal with Shinshiozi. I'll take care of the rest. That's all I need. Where are you running to? Wellness workout. Yo, when did you learn a rejuvenation art? Don't think I can't beat you up if you become fresh meat. Scary. Not allowing me to finish, I'll give you a taste of my power too. Seal. Feel the scorching anger I've been harboring for many years. Second style, Wellness 16 style. Old stiff shoulder. Scorching chain. Wellness 16 style, first style. Iron Mountain lean. Unharmed. What to do? That's normal. You haven't fully comprehended the book given by Senior before forcibly using it. You won't be able to exert your full strength. You're finished already? Ah, yes, to be fair, that little girl didn't participate in the battle, and Yu Xinji has already. Yu Xinji, you lost so quickly? What's going on? Are they supposed to be this strong? What exactly happened? The aura has dissipated. It seems that the result has been decided. Do you think we won or not? It's definitely our side. With Senior's guidance, everyone has made progress, and I have confidence in us. You're right. This great Yan Emperor is stronger than I imagined. Should I help or not? I thought the Ascension Holy Lord and I had the same strength. But now I can suppress him, because I have become stronger? No, it's because of the peerless sword given by Senior. Although it's only been a day, this sword is in my possession. It invariably nourishes my sword intent, and gives me a deeper understanding of the sword Tao. What a surprise I can defeat Qing Yunzi so quickly. Qing Yunzi's vitality is now exhausted, and is not my opponent. You gave me a good fight, but you lost. Now it's time for you to call that person out. What a big mouth. If you want to break into this place, Qing Yunzi has already said it, but your cultivation is not strong enough. Forget it. This is not something I can intervene in. I'll just watch from the side. Oh, I'll take it as if you're telling the truth, but I also want to see how he can cripple my cultivation. 8 Trigram Fire Dragon. 10,000 Swords Art. Haha, that's it. Dragon Head Protection. Unscratch. Beep, this is troublesome. He's on a completely different level than you, Shinji. I can't let Shinshiozi disturb Senior. If I use this sword, how can you resist it? Although I haven't fully comprehended it yet. Humph? I can't pull out. Is he mocking me? An opening. Sneak attack. It can't be fixed. Anyone who has read the previous chapter knows that I am a wooden sword. Now I feel very upset. I'm always being disturbed when I'm sleeping. This is the second time since I was carved. Human. I'm really impressed that you haven't learned from your last experience. I hate being disturbed. I hate having human fingerprints and scent on me. I didn't intend to let you go, but the fragrance you gave me last time greatly improved my cultivation, so I closed my eyes for a while, and during that time, I mercifully let you go. I didn't expect to wake up to you still daring to make trouble. Are you really tired of living? But the person across from me is even more detestable. He even set me on fire, and I feel that he has great malice towards my creator. I'll be on your side for now. You can't beat him, so I'll lend you my strength, but first, there's a condition. My body is full of power. This is a miracle. This wooden sword, that was given by Senior Jiang Chen. It's a peerless divine weapon. It contains invincible sword intent. A lowly person will become invincible. The sword in his hand was given by Senior Jiang Chen. That's the person you're yelling for to find and settle accounts with. It's normal that you can't beat him. Oil and polish me every day, and I also need to smell that aroma. Sure. The great Emperor Yan bowed his head to a divine weapon. He is willing to serve as a door guard like a thug. Hey, what is your reason for staying here? Senior taught me how to live a second life. What, the way to live a second life? Qing Yunzi, you can't talk like that. To live a second life, let alone the rest in our holy land. There are many people whose ancestors didn't achieve it, so don't be fooled by that person. Whatever you're thinking, it's true. I did get the way to live a second life from the hands of Senior. As for what you said, as far as Senior controlling me and Ji Yuan out to act as thugs, you're thinking too much. We're standing here willingly. Are they really not being controlled? The divine weapon he brought hasn't yet been used. That person seems stronger than expected, so it's better not to act recklessly and take out the final card. We better go back and consider the long term. There are too many unexpected factors. Father, is it over? Well, it's all over. If only I had listened earlier, I wouldn't have spent so much time there. It'd be long till Senior gets up. After a big battle, this place has finally become quiet. Is it over? Well, it's all over. I'm tired, so I'm gonna rest. I didn't expect the great Yan Emperor to suddenly become so powerful and reverse the situation, although, it seems that Senior Shinshiozi didn't exert his full strength, but that sword chi still shocked him. Humph. I'm going to study ways I can live a second life. Did I say something wrong? Right, on Jixian's side. Wrecked ground. Beep, father, left a mess for me. Since I was created, this is my first time going out. It's hard to move in this form, watch me. I'm so excited. Where are we going? Wow, there's a lot of scenery I haven't seen before, bald uncle, so where are you taking me? Are you that sword? Yes, it's hard for me to move in that form, this is much better. Let's go on an adventure together. Senior, you have created a powerful magic weapon, and this makes me want a grandson in advance. Elsewhere. Ancestor, why do we have to leave all of a sudden? If we really have to fight hard, we won't necessarily lose. Besides, we haven't used our last treasure. If we take out the Ascension Immortal Mirror, we can suppress Qing Yunzi and the great Yan Emperor. But after that, what we have to face is an even more terrifying opponent. Shinshiozi's imagination. This person made Qing Yunzi and the great Yan Emperor bow down, to make them become thugs. Can't you imagine how powerful he is? I can't believe that the elder of the Holy Land couldn't even deal with Jiang Chen, the owner of that wooden house. With the ancestor and the Holy Lord cultivation, they couldn't do anything either. The last time I was here, it wasn't as bad as this. I really can't imagine it. If this continues, what will happen? At that time, it will be useless to unite the major forces of the human cultivation world, right? But we can't just let it go like this. The existence in that wooden house is really terrifying. Perhaps even our Ascension Holy Land would find it difficult to mess with them. But this person is brewing a plan to turn the world upside down, otherwise he wouldn't have chosen to control the great Yan dynasty and the Ascension Holy Land, and by the looks of it, he seems to have succeeded. When I fought with the great Yan Emperor, that sword was constantly feeding him energy. That person must have been behind it. He's been silently controlling the entire battle from behind. If he really takes action in person in the future, it will not only threaten the Ascension Holy Land, but also the entire cultivation world. What if we could unite all the major forces of the other sects together? I know what you're thinking. With the background of my Ascension Holy Land, there are indeed few people in this world who need to be afraid. Have you ever thought about it? If we unite with other sects to come up with a real foundation, will they do the same? Will that cause a fight between the major forces? If that happens, even the Ascension's sacred land won't be able to withstand it. There are more and more forces getting involved. I didn't really want to make things difficult. I just wanted to encourage Ancestor to go and investigate. But if it involves the whole Holy Land, it's a different story. My sister is already deeply involved, and sees Jiang Chen as her senior. She thinks that he has done her a great favor. Now my sister is still cultivating in the Ascension sacred realm and hasn't come out. When she finishes her cultivation, she will look for Jiang Chen again. Will she fall deeper and deeper into the trap? Before my sister comes out, I really have to solve this matter. Not only for my sister, but also for the entire cultivation world. I must convince the Ancestor. Ancestor, I agree with the Holy Lord's idea. Now Senior Qin Yunzi and the Great Yan Emperor have become Jiang Chen's pawns. If we continue to hesitate, there may be other forces involved. At that time, our power will become even smaller, while his power will become even stronger. We must take action while there's still a chance. You're right. Shinji, once we're back, immediately find a way to contact the holy masters of various holy lands, and the emperors of the other dynasties. Ask them to come to the Ascension Holy Land. You agreed so quickly? I thought about it carefully. We still have a chance. If we keep dragging this out, our chance of winning will become much smaller. We'll prepare, just in case. Remember, what we're doing must not be disclosed. We have to do it in secret, otherwise we'll be ridiculed. Yes. I've achieved my goal, but I feel our style is getting weirder and weirder. Not bad, you're making progress. However, your progress is only in terms of skills, and the most important thing is to express your heart and self. And although I don't know how much you have learned about music theory in the past, there is one thing I want to say as your teacher. Walking out on one's own path is the most important thing. It's easy to learn from those who have gone before you, but one day, it will become an obstacle for you, and I hope you will remember that. If you don't pay enough attention to this aspect, you will be harmed by it sooner or later, and your life's achievements will stagnate. Yes, Master, I understand. As for them. Grandpa, you seem so much younger. Indeed, I've gained insight from reading the Book of Health and Wellness, so my vitality started to recover. Well, that's good. Keep up the good work, and you'll see more and more changes in the future. There's still Jixian's. Senior, I've already cleaned up the surrounding area. Is there anything else I can do for you? This rich kid is quite good at doing chores. Someone who is finally freed from heavy household chores. Since I am unable to engage in cultivation, I am here with them. It's also good to help them. In my previous life, I was busy for most of my life, but in the end, I didn't get anything. Now that I have a chance to start over again, I want to be a bit more elegant, just like now, living in seclusion. On the day when Sulinger's treatment ends, Yunlan changed the cauldron container for Sulinger. Grandpa, is it going to work? I don't know. It's the first time I've seen such a special physique. However, Senior has great skill, so there should be no problem. Let's watch now. Look! At this moment, there's a vision in the sky. It's an auspicious omen. Everywhere in the world, spring airs overflow. Humph, looks like a success. Ah, unripe fruit. Cute animal. Jumping. Embrace. Happy. Jishuan, there you are. Ah, boss, I've finished cleaning up the yard. Is there anything else? I've been here for a few days now. I've gotten to know the surroundings pretty well. In addition to the main house, rooms, and kitchen, there is also the backyard. There are 3 paths in the backyard, each leading to a different place. On one side Yunlan and the others built their house, the other side has a path leading to the mountains and towards the city. The other side leads to the owner's garden. I've never been into this garden, and I was planning to come here to familiarize myself with it. I didn't expect to run into the owner. I'm so lucky. I'm going to prepare some food for you later. There are still some crops and animals that need to be taken care of, so I'm a bit busy. Why don't you take care of them for me? No problem, so where do I start? You can start over there. Those are the bunnies I brought back from the mountain. I was hoping I could eat their meat, but they were so young, pitiful and helpless, I had to bring them back here for a while. I've been using the fruits and veggies in the backyard to give them a boost, so you should do the same. Jiang Chen's perspective. Then water the plants in the backyard too. Some of the plants might grow better after being pruned, but do it properly, don't cut them. Got it. Thank you, I'll go to the kitchen first. Don't worry, boss. Isn't it a bit too lax to do these simple tasks every day? But it's a task from the owner, so I have to do it well even if it's simple, little bunny. Courtyard is really a treasure trove. These few days of dietary supplements have really boosted our strength. We've gotten enough luck for 800 lifetimes. Hey, kid over there, what are you looking at? Give me more food, or I'll gouge your eyes out. Expert. What kind of weak and pitiful bunny is this? Don't you dare touch me, I'll kill you. Wait, let me explain. Explain yourself? What was that mysterious liquid you used to repel that vicious plant? Are you talking about that water I splashed out? It was Su Linger's bath water. It's really a feast for the eye. What a graceful posture, what an eye-catching glow. So, we succeeded. It's perfect without flaws. That's great, Sister Linger. How do you feel now? I'm okay. Do you feel any discomfort? Thanks to Senior's blessings, the strange feeling caused by the heavenly severing meridian has all but disappeared. I feel warmth all over my body. Finally. Kneel down. I would like to thank you for your kindness. I originally thought my life would be over. I thought I would have no chance to cultivate and end up as a cripple. But because of you, I have a second chance. I can't express my gratitude to you in words. No need for that. Just as it's fate that you met me, it's fate that I saved you. So everything is just fate. Since you have a second chance, you must make good use of it, don't regret it, do your best without regrets. Yes, I understand. Alright, since there's nothing else to do, I may set up a stall later, and I'll leave the house to you. Okay, yes. Sister Linger, congratulations. Sister Yunlan, let's work together from now on. Haha, girl, you're getting more and more energetic. Senior Qin Yunzi, I'm flattered. Who is that person? It's like this, so and so, hello, oh, so that's how it is. That. Sister Yunlan, Senior Qin Yunzi, has Uncle Lan not come back yet? Still wet. Looks like he escaped without a hitch. You must lead the way, Ing Lan. Lead us to young miss. My injury is severe. But I must rush back to the young miss. Young miss. Don't go back, that place is no longer a home. Su Clan. How is it going? Reporting to the Lord, he's been released, depending on the situation, he should be going to the young miss. But his injury is very serious, I'm not sure if he can make it to the young miss. He will. With his character, he will go to her even if he dies. My lord, why did you let Inglan go? Even without that man, you'll have no problem finding the young miss. Any other time, it would have been easy for me to find her. But this time, I don't know why, but even when I use my spiritual power, I can only see a layer of mist, I can't find any trace of her. So I had to let Inglan lead the way. But in this cultivation world, there's actually places I can't detect. Could it be that what Inglan said is true? Linger really found a solution to the heavenly severing meridian, such a thing. I won't allow it. After all these years of planning, it can't just go to waste. I can't let that happen. If we find the young miss, should we ask her to come back? Of course, if she doesn't want to. You can do whatever you want, as long as she comes back alive. Alive? Doesn't that mean we can cripple her if we have to? How can you be so cruel? Father, don't be angry. You're here. Linger is probably just playing around, so there's no need to worry, Father. Allow me to bring her back. Sure, in the future you'll take over the throne, you also have to go out and practice, but you must remember you're. Bring her back alive. I understand, but what if that Inglan tries to stop me? The Ying clan is just a remnant of ancient times. They should have been buried in history long ago. The remaining one shouldn't exist either. Uncle Lan must have come back. Uncle Lan. Uncle Lan? Uncle Lan, what's wrong with you? Are you alright? Young miss, I'm fine, I'm glad to see you again. You. Why are you covered in blood? Who did this to you? Uncle Lan. What a serious injury. Brother Ing, don't say anything, let me heal you first. Heal. Humph? This is? Senior Qin Yunzi? This is. Beep it, this can't be happening. Brother Lan, what's with your injury? There's an extremely cold power that's eating away your vitality. My power can only achieve the opposite effect. It's useless, the power inside me is a unique technique of the Su clan. Unless the Su clan takes action, no one will be able to heal this wound. Everyone, could you excuse us for a moment? I have something I want to say to the young miss alone. Let's excuse ourselves. Uncle Lan, everyone left, what's going on? Young miss, don't go back to the Su clan in the future. Uncle Lan, what are you talking about? Why are you suddenly telling me not to go back home? Did something happen at home? There are some things I want to tell you later. But now, I have to tell you. Your mother and I are both descendants of the Ying clan, but compared to the Su clan, the Ying clan's population is thinner, and most of the time, the bloodline inheritance is not manifested. Because of this, our clan has declined over time. In your mother's generation, there are less than 100 people left, and our clan has a very special bloodline. It's the ability to gather purine power from heaven and earth and condense it in the body. The more purine power you condense, the more powerful you will be, especially in cultivation, where we'll get twice the result with half the effort. Your mother is the most pure and powerful person in our Ying clan bloodline since ancient times, so she is exceptionally gifted. In those days, many geniuses admired your mother very much. I was one of them. Back then, your father was very tactful and good at disguise. He was very attentive to your mother, plus he was the young master of the Su clan, and his status was honorable and distinguished. Ordinary geniuses were no match for him. Later, he even promised to your mother that he would use the power of this Su clan to rebuild the Ying clan in the future, so in the end, your mother agreed to the marriage. I also gave up pursuing your mother at that time, and finally joined the Su clan. So far, everything seemed to be going in the right direction. After giving birth to you, your mother died for no reason. I was furious. I asked your father what happened. As your father changed his behavior, he became very cold. No matter how much I asked, he remained silent. I saw a hint of killing intent in his eyes. I was fearless. I had to find out what happened to your mother. That's why I took care of you, while secretly investigating your mother's death. I can't believe this is actually happening. Uncle Lan, what happened afterwards? Later. You gradually grew up, and during this time, I never gave up on investigating the reason for your mother's death, but in the end, I found nothing. Until I went back this time. What did you just say? You said Linger found a cure for the heavenly Yin severing meridian? I've been planning for so long, and you came back saying you found a cure? What? How dare you? That is the prerequisite for me to step into a higher realm in the future. I used a special method to create this meridian. Using the characteristics of her mother's bloodline, I deliberately injected it into her body to create it. Do you know how much effort I put in? You said Linger is going to be cured? Doesn't that mean that the power of that heavenly Yin severing meridian will soon disappear? That's the masterpiece I've been taking care of over the years. So that's what happened. Your father is responsible for your mother's death. Not only that, you and the heavenly Yin severing meridian in your body, it was just nourishment in order to reach a higher realm. Young miss. Uncle Lan, you mean this is all my father's fault? Uncle Lan, the injuries on your body were also caused by him. Yes. In fact, he could have killed me, but in the end, he didn't do it. At first, I didn't really understand, but then I remembered. Since the heavenly Yin severing meridian on your body is an important nutrient for him to reach a higher realm, then he must find you by any means necessary. But you are in Senior's territory, so even with your father's methods, it must be difficult to find you. The only reason I stayed alive was to find you. Originally, I didn't want to come back, as I was afraid your father would find me, but on second thought, with Senior here, I'm sure it'll be fine. Then again, I'm afraid that if I didn't come back, you would have gone back to the Su clan. By the way, young miss, how is the heavenly Yin severing meridian in your body? With Senior's help, I'm fine now. I can now cultivate, and my strength is advancing rapidly. And you know what? Senior Qin Yunzi promised to teach me. And Sister Yunlan often shares her cultivation experiences with me, although her experience is a bit difficult for me to understand. Uncle Lan, don't be afraid to laugh at me, but when I felt spiritual power, I cried a lot. Now what Senior said about the heavenly severing meridian becoming my power is true. Senior Qin Yunzi said that I will definitely have a smooth cultivation path in the future. Great. That's really great. Uncle Lan. Jiang Chen, who was setting up a stall far away from Yuhua City. Yuhua City. Ah, the red bean paste filling has fallen. Humph? This feels bad. Uncle Lan's injuries are getting worse, though I have rid myself of the heavenly severing meridian. I can't help at all now. His cultivation is being severed, if this continues. I can't do anything about the injuries caused by Su Yuan Tian either. It's embarrassing to admit, but the lord of the Su clan is extremely powerful. Even in my prime, I wouldn't be his match. The words ancient descent clan carry too much weight, even for the venerable elders of the Holy Land. Now, the only one who can help us is Senior. But where is Senior right now? Humph? So sorry. I was too restless, so I came back early. Senior. You must save Uncle Lan. What happened? Uncle Lan came back? Yeah. But the situation is dire, and it's all my fault. Don't blame yourself, take me to him quickly. The techniques left by the one who hurt him are constantly devouring his vitality. I tried to heal him, but I was useless. It's okay, leave it to me. It's quite serious. Looks like some kind of poisoning. We can't waste any time. If we don't treat it soon, it will be troublesome. Seems like the person who injured him is quite skilled. I'll immediately treat Uncle Lan. The rest of you act quickly too. Yun Lan, go to the backyard and gather some herbs, just the ones in the front 2 patches. Linger, go get some hot water. Roger. Anyone in my courtyard is considered my guest. If a guest is injured, I cannot just stand by. Let's not worry about how he got hurt and poisoned. I'll just do what I'm supposed to do. Many months later, completely recovered. Wow, Senior solved it with just a few moves. Amazing. It's almost done, you just need to rest well. Your external injuries are not serious. The real trouble was that mysterious force inside you. Although I'm not sure what it was, I have removed it, so you can rest assured. Try moving, you should be completely recovered in a while. There's no threat inside my body, and my mana is flowing more smoothly than before. It's even stronger than it used to be. I really appreciate your help, Senior. Why are you calling me Senior too, haha? Uncle Lan. Uncle Lan, that's great. Miss, I'm fine thanks to Senior. Senior is truly remarkable. I can't compare myself to you. Well, that's true, otherwise, how could I live up to my top-level medical skills? The next day. The sun shining brightly, Qin Yunzi smiles at you. It's truly miraculous, you feel stronger than before, even the wounds are gone. Cut it out already. I haven't had enough fun. Were they always like this together? That's enough. Speaking of which. What? Linger, have you made up your mind? Shouldn't you tell Senior about your situation? I haven't decided yet. I don't want to trouble Senior again. After all, it's a matter within my family. Regardless, given Senior's compassion, he will definitely help you. You can rest assured. Although the heavenly severing meridian has been resolved, that force still exists. Yun Lan and Senior Qin Yunzi are right. Currently, Senior is the only one who can help me. Little sister Linger, keep it up. With Senior here, there's nothing to fear. That's right. Ah, Fox Emperor. I'll wait till tomorrow, then I'll tell Senior. The next day. Come on, tell him quickly. Humph, I understand. Senior. Actually, there's something. I've been wanting to tell you for a long time. Huh? Judging by her face. Could it be? She's interested in me? There's something I've wanted to ask for a long time, but I was afraid that you might be troubled by my question. Hold on. What is this situation? Does she like me? But there's nothing likable about me. She's a rich lady anyway. How could she fall in love with me? I don't know what her question is anyway. It would be bad if she misunderstood. My family might come here soon. Family? Members? I had some questions about it. Miss Linger is young and constantly traveling outside, yet she only has a single companion. It's a dangerous world out here, so shouldn't her family be worried? Looks like she ran away from home without her family's permission. Now that her family found her trail, they will naturally come look for her. But looking at Linger's face, did she have a fallout with her parents? I wasn't close with my family, and my mother passed away early. No matter if it's the people in the clan or my siblings, all of them are cold towards me. So what she's saying is that her family will send someone to bring her back. Linger probably ran away because of her primary family. Primary family, a sociology concept referring to unmarried children who still live with their parents, the atmosphere of a household, traditional habits and daily interaction between family members will strongly affect the children's behavior when they grow up. A warm and harmonious family will allow the children to feel safe and loved, which is beneficial towards their mental development and health. While a cold and tense household will cause anxiety and restlessness in children. Due to this, the relationship between family members is crucial towards a child's growth and development. Her family wants her back, but not only is she unwilling, she even sounds disgusted about it. After spending a few days with Linger, I know her rather well. She's a girl so polite and sensitive you want to spoil her. There's probably a reason behind her refusal to return. So, you don't want to go back? But you need a reason or an excuse, and you hope that I can help? Correct, can you help me? Well, this is their family business, so it's not a good idea for an outsider like me to interfere. I'm a small businessman at best, with no power to call upon. If their family is a powerful one and brought a few thugs, I wouldn't be able to handle them. If I go back now, not only me, but even Uncle Lan's life will be in danger. Uncle Lan was mysteriously wounded, so that's what happened. This confirms that Linger isn't messing around and she's absolutely serious. Things are even more complicated now, even though I'm not the kind of guy to give a hand when I myself am in trouble. If someone's life is involved. Alright. If they do come for you, I will do my best to help. Jiang Chen's words completely removed Linger's worries in her heart. She knows that he is a man of his word. Senior has no relation towards me, yet he decided to help just because I asked? You need to understand that this is facing the entire primordial descendant clan. They are a powerful and mysterious absolute force that you cannot mess with. If it was someone else, they would definitely refuse. If Senior got in his way, even my selfish and domineering father cannot take me away, right? Thank you, Senior. Thank you too, little fox. We can be at ease now. Great. After this, everyone's life went back to normal and became busy again. After learning the truth of her mother's death, Sulinger worked even harder in her cultivation. In conclusion, peace and quiet returned to Jiang Chen's courtyard. But outside, something big is happening. Yuhua Holy Grounds secretly invited cultivators from other forces, even enemies from the past were invited. At the same time, rising stars that are usually fighting and causing a ruckus in the cultivation world all suddenly went silent. Nobody knows what happened, and nobody understands what happened. De Yan's Emperor Ji Yuanhao has heard of this as well. Those from Yuhua Holy Grounds have just returned from Senior's place. Why are they doing this? This is clearly acting against Senior? I wanted to visit Senior's hidden house, but I am tied down by duty and cannot leave. I wanted to help him and asked about this wooden sword, but judging by Senior's ability, it makes no difference if I go anyway. I'll finish my work as fast as possible and go to Senior's place. At the same time, thousands of li away from the wooden hut. The void shakes, the space shatters. Beep it, we lost Lan's trail. Yes, young master. This is abnormal. Father taught me how to track heavenly and severing meridians, so why can't I feel anything? We're almost at Yuhua Holy Grounds door, yet there's no trace at all. I miscalculated. I thought this was just a simple mission, but I never imagined those two could hide so well. There's no trace of them at all. I will fail Father's mission if I cannot find them. My credibility will be gone. My position as the Lord's successor will be threatened as well. Young master, should we act? No. It is unwise to act when we have yet to find Sulinger's position. If that is England's diversion, then everything we do will be in vain. The most important thing right now is to find Sulinger. We can put other things aside for now. Englan is wounded, so he is no danger. Even if he is at full strength, there is no way that he can fight the three of you together. Come on, follow the trail and find those two. Why is he still heading towards Yuhua Holy Grounds? Has he found us? Trying to lure us to Yuhua Holy Grounds. It is also possible that they entered Yuhua Holy Grounds and hid themselves with powerful techniques. Humph, so what if it's Yuhua Holy Grounds? Sulinger belongs to the Su clan. If they dare hide her from us, That means they are declaring war against the Su clan, and we shall wipe them out as well. At the same time, Inglan, have you realized? The power of Heavenly Yin's severing meridian left behind inside Linger can not only help her cultivation, but most importantly, she can direct it with special techniques and buff herself. I realize too, the Heavenly Yin's severing meridian inside the young lady has been converted back to the combination of the Su clan's lord, Su Yuan Tian, and her mother's pure Yin energy. It is a powerful force to begin with, but hard to tame. Judging by the present, Senior's methods are omnipotent, and the young lady can use it now. Senior is so powerful that you can achieve feats like this. There's only one building in the front. Inglan is wounded and severely weakened, so it is impossible for him to detect us. This is obviously a place where only mortals live. He cannot use illusions too. Inglan has been injured and his power has been greatly reduced. It's absolutely impossible for him to find us. It's also impossible for him to block my eyes. No, Inglan's trail disappeared here too. You need not panic, I shall check with my mind's eye. This is? The wooden hut is right there, yet I cannot feel its presence at all. Inglan did not detect us, it was the hut. It itself is the problem.